friends, this is Mireia Sula, the founder of Global Woman, and I'm here with my friend Bernardo Moya. Everybody knows about him, his great work with Best You and the amazing platform that he has created for people who want to invest in self-development. Bernardo is going to be one of our keynote speakers at the Global Woman Summit in New York on 14th and 15th of July. And Bernardo, I'm so glad and very privileged that you have accepted our invitation, the second time that you are being a speaker at the Global Woman Summit. What would you bring at this summit for women?
Well, listen, I'm delighted to be there, Mireia, and I'm just a massive fan of everything you do and all these amazing events that you create now all over the world. So listen, to be part of this is just fantastic. Well, look, I mean, I think what I'm going to be bringing, what I'm going to be sharing is a little bit of my story, but I think how important it is to have the right mindset, which is, I know, a lot of what you share, but what it takes to think big, to not accept anything really that people tell you that you can't or can't do, so that's what I'm going to be sharing about thinking big and making sure that your dreams come true, because if you have the right attitude, anything and everything is possible.
So what stops people to have the right attitude? And it looks like a simple thing to do. So what is something that people need to know and get prepared? Is not, of course, one event is always inspirational, but can you share with them a little bit more about, let's say, 3 tips about what is important for them to follow in order to have success in life, and then they can bring with them at the summit? Who knows?
Well, I think kind of a lot of the stuff that I'm NLP trained, so I understand the importance of being able to understand your internal dialogue and how to make sure that you have the right positive internal dialogue. So it's saying the right, it's giving you the right information, you're sharing the right things. But the quality of your thoughts is really important. What do you think? Are you thinking the right things? I tend to say that the quality of the questions, the quality of your life will be based on the quality of the questions you ask yourself. If you're asking the right questions like, what can I achieve today? How can I change the world? How can I inspire others? Your mind and your brain is going to start finding ways for that to happen, for that to materialize. Another thing that I talk a lot about is honesty. I think we tend to struggle with the word honesty. I know, because we're kind of quite Latin, both of us, and we're very honest in our approach. But
it means a lot for us.
And it does. But we always say it with love. We come from a place of love. But being honest is one of the most important things. It's a commodity nowadays, and people struggle with that.
We had some company, yes?
Yes, we had some great company. But I think honesty is a really important thing. And the first thing you have to do is be honest with yourself. I think a lot of the times we listen to our internal dialogue saying, the things that we should be doing, but then we lie to ourselves. Oh, I can do it tomorrow, I can do it the next week. And I suppose the third thing that I share is just to remember that we're mortals. And what that means is that, you don't know if there is a tomorrow or the next year or the year after. So stop finding excuses and just get on with it and do it.
So you have built now an empire and is inspiring women all over, not women, but people all over the world, men and women. So what keeps you driven and so passionate and determined to grow and reach even more people who can get inspired with your platform?
Well, I think it's pretty much the same as you, really. I mean, we just don't have any limits, I have the same where my team says, oh my God, he's got another idea, now what? Look, the thing is that for me, running an event is great, and having a couple of hundred people showing up is amazing. But it's even more amazing to have 10 or 12,000 people showing up. But then if you have 10 or 12,000, well, why can't we have 100,000 and then 200,000? And obviously, I think now with the reach that we have with social media, with live streaming and things like that, ultimately that's what I want to do. I want to have expos all over the world. I want to have the opportunity for people to have platforms to speak anywhere in any language all over the world. And I want to make this content available for free for people that can't afford it. So, I want to stream it. I want to get to every single corner of the planet. Personal development, personal professional growth is holding or has to hold the flag of change, because as I normally say, we can't leave it to politicians, we can't leave it to educators. We have to hold responsibility in educating others. And that's what we do. We do that on a daily basis. I'm just trying to do it maybe on a bigger scale.
I totally agree with you. We can't just sit there and waiting what other people will do for us. Follow us in our events, Best You Global Woman, and the most important and biggest event of Global Woman of the year is the Global Woman Summit on the 14th and 15th of July. And this is what Bernardo Moya is going to speak and to share with you on that day. But not only Bernardo, but we have Les Brown, Barbara Max Harbert, Ona Brown, and a lot of directors and members coming from all over the world, all the 17 countries that we represent with Global Woman Club. Join us on the 14th and 15th of July in New York for a transformational weekend. Thank you, Bernardo.
Thank you, Mirella. Thank you, and see you there. Thank you so much.